the polls, a lot of times you'll see an option to vote on a bond. Most recently, Lubbock voters said yes to a $103.4 million road bond that will fund 7 projects across the city. But what is a bond and how does it work? KMAC's Juliana Washburn has those answers for us tonight.
Lauren, think of a bond almost like buying a house. It's a huge purchase that you pay over time. Basically, a bond is a low-interest loan for the city when we want to get a big project done. Bonds pop up on our ballots all the time. School bond, new medical examiner's facility. Most recently, Lubbock said yes to a $103.4 million road bond.
As the city grows, you have to install these new water lines, have new roads that are built. So you don't have the money up front to pay that, so you issue the bonds on those projects.
Joe Jiminez tells me a bond is like a low-interest loan for the city. A lot of the time, it's up to voters to decide if a bond is approved. That's when we see that item on our ballots.
Good example of that is the 22 road bond package that was passed. You know, that was voter approved. And so those are paid out of your property taxes. So when the voter approves those bonds, they know that their property tax rate will probably go up to fund and pay back that debt service on those bonds. When we go to the market for those bonds, the investors who buy our bonds know that we have a good credit rating and can back up that debt.
And Jiminez says that's what makes this the most cost-effective and efficient way to get these big projects done.
If you don't use the debt to fund these projects and you use cash, you'd have to really hit that property tax rate really hard to get that cash on hand.
Voting yes doesn't always mean our property taxes will go up. Population and business growth can add to the taxes the city gets and pay for at least some of the debt.
What you do is you level off the burden on the citizen and issue that debt to pay it back over years is how that works.
So another type of bond is what we saw recently with the Lake 7 project. These are revenue bonds that are issued by the city for water, wastewater, and electric utility projects. Those bonds aren't voter approved. They work differently because they're actually paid through our water and electricity bills.